Johnson from Loyalty360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. Welcome back to another edition of Loyalty Live. In this series, we speak with the leading agencies, technology partners, and consultants in customer channel and brand loyalty about the technology trends and best practices that impact a brand's ability to drive unique experiences, enhance engagement, and most importantly, impact customer loyalty. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Christopher Sandstrom. He's the Director of Growth and Strategy for the Americas at Comarch. How are you today, Chris?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for finally having me on. I feel like I never got the invite. I had to hound you, Mark.
Oh, that's okay. It's great to have you here. Always interested in hearing what Comarch is doing, what new frontiers you guys are attacking. So it should be a great discussion for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get to it.
So first off, we like to start these on a more personal level for those who we're interviewing. So would love to know a little bit more about you, your current role at Comarch, and maybe a little bit about your background. It'd be great.
Yeah, so I've been with Comarch for quite some time now. I just actually had my 4-year anniversary. So I started here out of the U.S. offices. So we have an office in Manhattan, Chicago, and actually our fully owned and operated data center in Mesa, Arizona. But when I started, I was in a marketing position. Wasn't a big department here. We were really focused on our current loyalty projects we had here in the States. But over time, we started signing some more clients. We grew, and now I find myself in the role of Director of Strategy and Growth, where in addition to managing our internal marketing efforts, I am leading our go-to-market team for our Loyalty Marketing Cloud product, which was built and designed from our existing enterprise product. And I am also working very closely with product teams, salespeople, consultants on really bringing this product to market.
Okay, great. Fun fact, something that you enjoy: scuba diving, have 14 kids, you have 12 dogs, like to run marathons.
Fun fact. Okay, so I just mentioned I've been with Comarch just over 4 years now. But rewind 4 years, when I was going through this interview process, I was actually offered a starring role in the new Star Wars movies, and I turned them down to work with Comarch.
No, that's good.
Now that is completely untrue too. There's something to know about me is I'm a good storyteller. But no, I wish I was offered to go to Star Wars. But no.
Good. Interesting. For those who may not be familiar with Comarch, you talked about kind of the loyalty application you have and how you're leading the team. Can you give us a brief overview of the company, what you guys do, how you do it, industries you work with?
Yeah, so Comarch is actually very unique in the loyalty space because we're one of the few, and it seems like every day there's new loyalty providers popping up too. But we're a technology provider at heart. So if you name it, we have our hands in the pie somehow. So from, the IoT space, designing technologies and whatnot for smart cities and smartwatches, to financial services, to e-invoicing, data center services, we really, you name it, we're involved in it. And it's really put us in a unique position, unlike a lot of other loyalty players in the market. We've never grown through acquisitions, through third-party partnerships. All of our technology is proprietary. All of our core technology is proprietary, designed, advanced in-house. And having, the healthcare sector, financial services sector, telecommunications sector, all in the same R&D department, being able to leverage those minds in those specific industries really has given us, I think, a leg up in terms of being able to meet the unique needs of a telecommunications loyalty program, right? So I think from that aspect, and really having an end-to-end provider. When you work with us, we have everything from strategy to the technology to, as I mentioned, our own data centers where we're actually hosting the data as well. So it's really a one-stop shop.
Okay. One of the things that we'd like to know as well when we speak with both brands and those on the agency and technology side is how they define customer loyalty, what it means to them and to their organization, and obviously for you, the clients that you serve. So, what does customer loyalty mean to you and your organization and the brands you work with?
That's a good one. So, I mean, when I first started here, when people hear loyalty, the first thing is, points and discounts and rewards and getting a push notification saying I just did a promotion. But as my knowledge has grown and as I've seen the industry change over the past 4 years or evolve, I should say, loyalty is really much more than just points and rewards. It's taking that customer experience beyond a typical loyalty transaction and almost, inserting yourself into the daily lives of your members in a very non-intrusive way. So, put it this way. So, for example, with one of our clients, ExxonMobil, right? We have this really cool feature where when you're in the car and you're running low on gas, you're going to get a push notification saying where the closest gas station is. So being able to really aid and add a value to my everyday life and not just saying, hey, purchase this item and get a discount.
Excellent. Well, that's great. Great example that you give there. And obviously you guys are doing some really great work at ExxonMobil. I hear great things about you guys as our member of Loyalty360. So keep that up. It's good to hear. One of the trends that we saw in our state of customer loyalty research is that many brands today, they're redoing their customer loyalty strategies, their programs, their offerings. As you mentioned, there are a number of new entrants in the customer loyalty space. But are there specific trends that you are seeing in retail, maybe grocery, in C-store, that clients are asking for or want in their programs?
Yeah, I mean, so when you talk about, features and functionality, the ability to personalize offers or, simple gamification capabilities, obviously, to increase engagement. These are always things that are top of mind. But one thing I'm seeing pop up more and more in the retail space, and I think more specifically like the grocery retail space, is I don't want to use the word coalition program or partner program, but partnerships, being able to earn points at the grocery store and then go and burn them on and filling up a gas tank. We're seeing that more and more where, I think look back 2, 3, 4 years ago, the coalition program, if you will, was dead here in the state. Very popular, over in the DOC region and whatnot, but the being able to earn and burn with other programs, I think is significantly growing here.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think there, with the privacy laws and reference kind of concerns, both GDPR and CCPA and CDPA and others, partnerships, if they can be structured well, are definitely an area of interest for sure. So it's good to hear.
And on that note, another big thing, obviously, when people come to us for loyalty programs, everyone's always assuming, they want a way to. It's being able to reward, like once again, reward, give points. We want to have marketing campaigns, but the real reason that companies and loyalties experience this huge boom is the data, right? So being able to just get that first party data, as you mentioned with GDPR, the phasing out of third party cookies, like loyalty has became the central hub for data collection, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And I think that helps address, as privacy concerns, because they get that explicit permission through the program to be able to.
You're getting the response directly from the individual. To be able to tell when they walk out of a store and send a quick survey and incentivize them to give you that first party data with some points or a discount. It's priceless.
Excellent. And when you think about the clients that you work with regarding customer loyalty, is there an aspect of the program, one or two things that are working well for the clients? Can you give us an example or two?
Yeah, they're working with Comarch. That seems to be going well. But no, I think I think maybe COVID played a little bit of a role in this as well, because people were able to kind of take a step back and really re-strategize their programs and whatnot. But as I mentioned before, taking the experience outside of a typical loyalty transaction, so little things, pay at pump, click and collect, all of those type of things, I think that create less friction, make it more seamless, make my life easier. And I know just clicking a few buttons on a loyalty app, you're like, come on, man, you can't just do that. But being able to do a pay at pump and whatnot, and freeing up and making my personal life, my day easier, that's the key.
Excellent. And when you look at some new technologies that brands are leveraging, CDPs, NFTs, blockchain, community type applications to augment their customer loyalty strategies, zero-party data. You mentioned gamification earlier. What are some new technologies that brands should be considerate of when they're developing best-in-class customer loyalty offerings?
Yeah, so when you start bringing up like the NFTs and the cryptos, there's a lot to unpack there, and I think there's like a lot of exciting stuff, where we're about to turn that corner. I personally don't have too much experience within those realms. We're not actively working on anything involving NFTs or crypto right now, but I would say the biggest ROI we've seen with implementing these types of technologies is geolocation. So ensuring that you're able to send promotions and offers to people as they're passing your store, walking into your store. We've seen crazy engagement. So I definitely say in the geolocation spot, especially for retail.
Okay. Yeah. What's one piece of advice you would share with brands who are looking to improve their customer experience and customer loyalty strategies?
To go to comarch.com, and we have actually this awesome strategy service called Diametrics. It's a health check where we will actually work with you. We'll learn the strategic goals of your program, do a financial check, competitive check, technology check, financial check. Email me, christopher.sandstrom@comarch.com. We'll give you a free evaluation. But yeah, definitely go out for the health check. Get the greatest strategy consultants in the world on that.
That's awesome. Last question. What can the industry do, especially through Loyalty360? What should we be focusing on to help others on their customer experience journey or in their customer experience and customer loyalty and journey?
That is a great question. So I'd actually rewind it a little bit. So that I think the biggest aid like agencies like yourself could be is I find a lot of the times when we're engaging with a prospect for the first time, specifically also in the retail space, and they're embarking on their loyalty journey for the first time ever, right? We're not migrating from another program. There seems to be teams get very stuck or on like a particular feature. Like we need to have family accounts. Like we don't have family accounts, the whole thing is ruined. And instead of focusing on these like individual little features, to focus more on the bigger picture, where this program is going to be in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years. Can we scale with this company? Do we have a complete MarTech stack with this company? Or in 2 years, am I going to need to add gamification features and have a fragmented tech stack because I had to bring on new vendors? So really looking at like the entire makeup of the platform and the company you're going to engage with, instead of hyper focusing on like a specific, feature because you had a cool campaign idea, I think is the biggest thing.
Okay. Well, Chris, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today. It was great hearing your perspective on customer loyalty, the approach that Comarch is taking, and the tools that you referenced within the Comarch website to access. It was great, hearing all those, and look forward to hearing more from you and your team throughout the year.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Can't wait to see who you have on next.
All right, great. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Make sure you join us back again for another edition of Loyalty Live. And with that, have a wonderful day.